Hello guys. Welcome back to TECH Tutoring. Today we'll be diving into the most interesting part of mathematics. We'll be solving polynomial equations using inspections. Remember, practice makes perfect, and don't get discouraged if you don't get it right at the first time. If you find it hard, you must know that you always have to practice and make sure that you get them right. And then I believe by the end of this tutorial, you will be knowing how to solve for x using polynomial equations. Remember, solving for x using polynomial or any function, meaning is to know how to solve for x-intercepts in functions. Right? So you knowing how to solve for x with these polynomials, that means you will develop the techniques to factorize the polynomial. You will develop the techniques to can find your um, x-intercept. Now let us dive into it. First thing first, when we are using inspection solving for x, we need to make sure that we find the factors of 45, the one factor of 45 that when we substitute it here on x's, it gives us 0. Now, what we need to do is that what is it that can be the factors of 45? How do we find the factors of a number? Because some people, even if you are at this level of mathematics, you might forget what you were taught, how to find the factors of the number. So we're going to find the factors of this number and then substitute them here, and then we see what is it that we will get. If we get 0, is the one that we're going to use. That's how I'm going to show you. Right. So now, first thing first, you have to say maybe 45 divided by 2. If it gives you the number that doesn't have commas, or if it gives you the number that is not in a fraction form, that means those two numbers, the one that you divided with and the one that you got as an answer, it is the factor. Right. So in this one, I find that the smallest factor of 45, I can use 5. Right. I can use 5. That is why when I put 5 here, instead of x, I get 0. So that means because I use the positive 5, I have to use I have to say the, this one, I have to write it this one like this, right? So now x minus 5, because I said 5 cube minus 5 minus a positive 5 here where there is x plus 9 5 minus 45. This gave me 0. This gave me 0. But no, now because I used positive 5 to get 0, here on my solution, on my methods of solution, I have to write it as x minus 5. Right. So now I have to say x minus 5. Right. So now here, what is it that I have to put here? I have to put the number or the variable to the power that when I say this and this one multiplied by this one, they must give me x cubed. So x squared is the proper thing to put here. So x multiplied by x squared, it will give me x cubed. Now I have to say plus b x. Then here at this space, I have to put the number that when I say 5 times this number should give me negative 45. So when I say negative 5 times this number that is here, I should get negative 45. Right? What is it that can give me negative 45? It's plus 9. So negative 5 multiplied by 9, this gives me negative 45. Now, right. So the following step, I have to multiply this and multiply this and this. Right? So negative 5 multiplied by positive x squared, it will be negative 5x squared. X multiplied by px, it will be px squared. Right? So now it's going to be negative 5x squared plus px squared is equals to. Now we have to come here in our original equation and find the number that is in the power of 2, because this side we're dealing with the power of 2. What is it? Negative 5x squared is in the power of 2. Here, I took this one and put it here down. Now, we are solving for this b, remember? We're solving for this b. Now it will be px squared is equals to negative 5x squared. The negative 5 that was this side, it is now jumping to that side. got this. Now bx squared is equals to, this will cancel, it's 0. Then we have to divide both sides by x squared. Then we'll get our b as 0. So that means our b is 0. We are going to take this 0 and substitute it here, and then write our stuff. Now we're going to say x minus 5 x squared plus 9 is equals to 0. Because here, immediately we put 0 here, it's going to make everything to be 0. Then we'll be left with x squared plus 9. So now we have to continue to solve for x is equals to 0. X squared plus 9 is equals to 0. Then x is equals to 5, or x squared is equals to negative 9. Negative 9. Then we put a root, so it's going to be square root of negative 9, which is maths error. That means we only have one x, we don't have the other one. So this is how you need to know how to find x, or to solve for x, or to factorize the polynomials. Now we have to do the second example. Probably you will get it at this second example. So it's x cubed plus 9x squared plus 9x squared plus 26x plus 24. We need to find the factors of 24, that each of them, or mostly the smallest factors of the smallest factor of 24, we put it here, and then we see what we will get. Now I can say negative 2 cubed plus 9, negative 2 squared plus 26, negative 2 plus 24 plus 24. This is equals to 0. This is equals to 0. So now that I placed them in a negative form, I placed it in a negative form, I placed it in negative form, that means we're going to put it in a positive form, right? Now I have to take anything, so that means it's x squared, because when I say x multiplied by x squared, it gives me x cubed, then plus bx plus bx plus, what is it that I can multiply with these two and it gives me 24? That's 12, right? So that's 12. So now we need to say this multiplied by this is 2x squared. This multiplied by this is bx squared. That will be 2x squared plus bx squared is equals to 9x squared. I don't think, is it that? Yes, 9x squared. Where is 9x squared coming from? It is coming from here, because now we are dealing with the x squared. So now bx squared is equals to 9x squared minus 2x squared. So it will be bx squared is equals to 7x squared. Now I have to divide both sides by x squared, x squared, x squared. So I got my 7. Now I have to write fully x squared plus 7x, because instead of this b, I have to put 7 now. 7 plus 12. Now I have to factorize this. I have to now factorize this, so it will be x plus 2. Now open 2 brackets, because we are ready to factorize. Now it will be x plus 3, x plus 4. That this is the factorization of this, because 3 plus 4 is 7, 3 times 4 is 12, so it's proper. Now x is equals to negative 2, the other x is equals to negative 3, the other x is equals to negative 4. So we got all 4 axes. We got all 4 axes. Guys, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so that you will also get updated by my last uploaded videos. Now, because we did solving polynomials using expansion, solving for x and all. Now, to the next video, we'll be diving inside trying to solve for x and y, trying to find the turning points and all of these things, and then we draw the graph. So now we're going to draw the graph to the next video that I'll upload. So stay tuned and then be safe. Don't forget to subscribe.